Oftentimes, it may feel like nothing is working to get rid of excess belly fat. But with the right information and making some simple changes, it's possible to lose about 1 pound of fat per week. Hey there, thriving beings. Welcome back to our channel. Today's topic is one that's on many people's minds these days: losing belly fat. We all know how stubborn belly fat can be, but don't worry because we've got some fantastic science-backed solutions lined up just for you. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 10, track your food intake. Let's kick things off with a simple hack that is a total game changer: tracking your food intake. This one might seem too simple, but it's seriously one of the most powerful things you can do, because losing belly fat is all about creating that calorie deficit. And this hack will help you stay on top of it. You don't need anything fancy for this one. A good old handwritten food journal or a handy online app will do the trick. By noting what you eat each day, you'll be more aware of your calorie intake and if you're eating a balanced diet. Online food tracking tools also let you see your protein, carbs, fiber, and micronutrient intake. It's like having your own personal coach in your pocket. Number 9, moderate your alcohol intake. Now, we're not saying you have to give up your favorite drinks altogether, but moderation is the name of the game here. It appears that red wine is particularly beneficial due to its high antioxidant content. Compared to other alcoholic beverages, red wine may offer more health benefits. However, consuming red wine in large amounts does not provide greater health benefits. It doesn't matter what type of beverage you drink, heavy drinking causes health problems. Research suggests that excessive alcohol consumption can contribute to extra fat around the waist. You don't have to abstain from all alcohol. Instead, simply cut back a bit, and you'll start to notice a difference. Limiting the number of drinks you have in a single day can help shrink that waistline. Now, let's toast to this incredible study. They took over 2,000 people and found out that those who drank alcohol daily in moderation had less belly fat than those who drank less often, meaning less than 1 drink per day on average, but went all out when they did. So here's the deal. For men, it's recommended to cap it at 2 drinks or fewer per day. And for women, it's best to keep it to 1 drink or fewer daily. Number 8, avoid foods that contain trans fats. We're talking about the not-so-friendly fats, trans fats. These sneaky fats are created by messing with unsaturated fats, like soybean oil, by pumping hydrogen into them. Sounds pretty messed up, right? In the past, trans fats were hiding in margarines, spreads, and packaged goodies. But thankfully, most food producers have kicked them to the curb. Why? Because these are linked to inflammation, heart disease, insulin resistance, and, yep, you guessed it, belly fat gain. So how do we steer clear of these troublemakers? It's simple. Become a label detective. Read those ingredient lists carefully and avoid anything with partially hydrogenated fats or partially hydrogenated oil present on it. Number 7, eat a high-protein diet. Take your weight management game to the next level with some delicious and nutritious protein goodness. Protein is like the superhero of nutrients when it comes to losing that belly fat. When you load up on protein, your body releases a hormone called peptide YY. And it's like magic. This little champ decreases your appetite and keeps you feeling full and satisfied. But that's not all. Protein also kicks your metabolism into higher gear. As a bonus, it helps you maintain muscle mass while shedding fat. Study after study shows that people who chow down on more protein tend to have less unwanted belly fat than those lacking in protein intake. So let's dig in, shall we? There are so many delicious options to choose from that are friendly to most lifestyles. Beans, lentils, quinoa, Ezekiel bread, edamame, nuts, seeds, and more. The protein possibilities are endless. Number 6, resistance training, weightlifting, and aerobic exercise, cardio. It's time to double up on our exercise game with a deadly fat-fighting duo, cardio and resistance training. Let's start with resistance training, also known as weightlifting or strength training. This amazing workout is not just about getting ripped, it's also vital to preserving and gaining muscle mass. And here's the good news. Studies suggest that resistance training may be a secret weapon against belly fat too. In fact, a study on teens with extra weight found that combining strength training with aerobic exercise resulted in the greatest reduction in unwanted visceral fat, aka belly fat deep in the abdomen. But wait, before you hit the gym, it's always a good idea to chat with your doctor and get advice from a certified personal trainer to make sure your workout plan is right for your body and to help avoid injury. Now, let's talk about cardio. Aerobic exercise is like a party for your heart and a calorie-burning machine. It's an effective way to boost your overall health and, you guessed it, reduce belly fat. Some experts debate whether moderate or high-intensity cardio is better for melting away that belly fat. As long as you're getting your heart pumping, you're on the right track. Whether it's 2 hours a week or 5 hours per week, the key is consistency and finding an exercise routine you enjoy. So, lace up those sneakers, hit the weights, and get your sweat on. You've got this. Number 5. Limit sugary foods and sugar-sweetened beverages. We've got some important news about sugar and its sneaky role in belly fat gain. You see, sugar-sweetened beverages may taste delicious, but they can be a real problem for your waistline. These drinks are loaded with added sugars like fructose, which can be a cause for fat to go right to your belly. A study on folks with type 2 diabetes found that even just one serving of sugar-sweetened beverages per week was linked to increased belly fat. And here's the thing about liquid calories. Your brain doesn't process them the same way as solid ones. So, just because you chose to drink a high-calorie drink, such as a soda, with your meal, does not mean that you will feel full faster than if you just drank water with your meal, for example. So, before you know it, you've downed a bunch of sugary drinks and those extra calories end up stored as fat. To wave goodbye to that belly fat, let's limit our intake of sugar-sweetened beverages like soda, punch, sweet tea, and alcohol mixers containing sugar. Oh, and wait, fruit juice isn't off the list either. While it may seem healthy, an 8-ounce serving of unsweetened apple juice packs a whopping 24 grams of sugar, with more than half of that being a fruit sugar called fructose. Keep in mind, excessive fructose consumption is linked to some serious chronic diseases, like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and fatty liver disease. It's no secret that sugar can be incredibly tempting, but for a healthier you, it's time to use sweeteners in moderation. Number 4. Reduce your stress levels. We all know life can get a little hectic sometimes, but did you know that stress could be messing up your belly fat? Stress triggers the release of cortisol, also known as the stress hormone, and it's not doing your waistline any favors. High cortisol levels can make you hungrier than a bear after hibernation and lead to storing fat right around your middle. And if you already have a large waistline, stress can make your body produce even more cortisol. No need to worry. We've got the antidote. Activities that relieve stress. Whether it's yoga, meditation, simply taking a walk in nature, or taking some things off your to-do list. Find what soothes your soul and do it regularly. Number 3. Cut back on carbs and eat plenty of soluble fiber. Cutting back on certain carbs can do wonders for that belly fat situation. And no, we're not talking about going carb-free, so don't panic. First up, let's discuss soluble fiber. It's like a superfood for weight loss. This magical fiber absorbs water and forms a gel in your belly, slowing down digestion and keeping you feeling full and satisfied. Soluble fiber may also have a secret power. It can help you get rid of belly fat. A study with over 1,100 adults found that for every 10 grams of soluble fiber they ate, belly fat gain dropped by a whopping 3.7% over 5 years. So where do we find this fabulous fiber? Easy peasy. Look for it in fruits like avocados, veggies such as Brussels sprouts, legumes like black beans, oats, and barley. They're not only nutritious, but also do wonders for your waistline. And then there's carbs. But not all carbs are created equal. Refined carbs like those found in sugary treats and white bread can be sneaky culprits for belly fat. But hey, you don't have to say goodbye to all carbs. Some research suggests that replacing refined carbs like white bread with unprocessed starchy carbs such as brown rice can actually improve your metabolic health and reduce belly fat. Take a tip from the Framingham Heart Study. People who chowed down on whole grains were 17% less likely to have excess belly fat compared to those munching on refined grains. It is recommended to eat whole grains such as oats, brown rice, barley, quinoa, bulgur, buckwheat, millet, and farro, rather than refined grains such as white bread, white rice, white pasta, and sugary breakfast cereals. Number 2, create a caloric deficit. It's time to decode the secrets to shedding those extra pounds. Creating a caloric deficit. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. If the number of calories you eat is equal to the number of calories you burn through daily activities, your weight stays pretty steady. But if you want to say goodbye to some body fat, you need to change something. To lose weight, you have to consume fewer calories than you burn. We've all heard it before, but it's really that simple. You can do this by either cutting back on your daily calorie intake, getting more active, or even better, doing both. Now, here's the numbers. To burn off 1 pound of fat, you need to create a caloric deficit of about 3,500 calories. So, if you're consistently torching 500 more calories than you eat each day, you can expect to lose about 1 pound per week. But tread cautiously with this too. Losing more than 1.5 to 2 pounds per week might require some extreme calorie restriction, and that's not recommended for most people and can sometimes do more harm than good. Losing too much weight too quickly can be harmful on your gallbladder and other organs, so go at a healthy pace and don't try to drop all the weight too quickly either. Number 1, consider intermittent fasting. Alright, here's a trendy trick that's making waves. Intermittent fasting. It's an eating pattern that refers to cycling between eating and fasting, and people are loving it. So how does it work? There are different ways to do it. One popular method involves fasting for 24 hours once or twice a week. Yep, you heard that right. No food for a whole day to give your digestive system a reboot. Or if not eating for a whole day sounds like the last thing you ever want to do, don't worry. There's another way to go about it too. You can try the other popular intermittent fasting approach, which is fasting for 16 hours every day and then eating all your meals within an 8-hour window. Now, the good news. Studies show that intermittent fasting, when combined with protein pacing, which means eating protein-packed meals evenly throughout the day rather than all at one meal, can lead to some serious weight loss magic. However, ladies, there's a tiny catch. Some evidence suggests that intermittent fasting might mess with blood sugar control for women, but not for men. So, in all cases, it's crucial to listen to your body. If you experience any negative effects, it's time to stop fasting immediately. Safety first, always. And hey, before you dive into this trendy eating routine, have a chat with your doctor, because intermittent fasting may not be recommended for everyone, depending on medications you may be taking, health conditions you're dealing with, etc. It's that simple, guys. Remember, there's no magic potion for losing belly fat. It takes effort, commitment, and perseverance. If you follow these science-backed strategies, you'll be on your way to a healthier you. Embrace a healthy lifestyle and stay determined to lose belly fat. Thanks for watching and keep thriving.